Hello, my name is Kushal Ashok, and today I'm going to talk about the three important learnings I have had for a prepared speech. Now, at Toastmasters, we have two kinds of speeches, right? First is the prepared speech, where you have to prepare it in advance, have a script, rehearse it, and then deliver it. Second is the impromptu speech, where you are told the topic right on the stage. You don't have time to write anything down. You just have to deliver it. Now, my first suggestion in terms of prepared speeches would be to choose your topic wisely. Wisely. You have to make sure you know your topic. What I do is I just look back on my experiences, on my life. What are the things that happened to me? What are the interesting stories I have to tell? When you meet a friend, you tell them your hobbies. But when you are a friend for a long time, you know what kind of things you have done together. When you meet him after a long time, what do? You talk about those past times, those funny times, those interesting moments you guys shared together. You have to have a similar feeling when you think of a story from your life. Think of it as sharing the story again with your good friend. Because when you are telling the story, you're enjoying, you're reliving the memories you have had. And that is the best feeling. And when you get the feeling on the stage and the audience becomes your friend, that's the best connection to have. So my dear friends, please make sure you choose your topic wisely, look back at your life, try and relate it to the moral of the story. Yes, you have to have a moral of the story, a clear message, an instruction or a learning out of your speech. Each and every human being has tons of stories to tell. But which are the stories from your life that make the most sense to your particular audience? Now, of course, there are different kinds of speeches. Sometimes you have to get technical. But in general, choose something that you know very well. You can talk about it even if you're put on the stage and you have to give an impromptu speech. If you are confident that you can deliver a good impromptu speech on your topic, that's the topic for your prepared speech as well. That brings me to the second point. What differentiates it from the impromptu speech? Once you know the topic, you have to think, analyze, and then choose which parts of the story are to be kept and which parts are to be removed. Yes, you have to get rid of some of the parts of the stories. Because if you sit down and start telling it in detail, you can never finish it in 7 minutes. There's a lot happening in the stories, right? What you have to do is write them down. Write everything down just like you write a diary entry. And then try and understand which of these sentences are the most effective ones. Which parts you can take out. Which are the details that are not required and would still have the same meaning at the end of the speech. You have a proper script with you. You have to rehearse it so many times that you can never ever forget it. Rehearse it in front of a camera. Record it. Then play back the recording and see what kind of mistakes you made. What kind of body gestures you could add. Yes, that brings me to the third point, the delivery. You should have a very effective delivery. The first thing has been taken care of by choosing the right topic. Because no matter what happens on the stage, you can never forget the story. You might forget the exact sentence that you wrote, but you will not forget the story. You can make up a new sentence right on the stage, and the audience may never know, because it's your story and it's yours to tell. But again, rehearsal, practice makes a man perfect. It's not just words, it's a theory which when implemented will give you the results. You have to be perfect enough on stage. You cannot pause, you cannot take time to think. There are times when you have to give pause, there are times when you have to understand your audience, If they are laughing, what should you do? You have to manage your time on the stage. All of this control can only happen when you have practiced this enough number of times. So practice and practice and practice, and then come back to the third point, delivery. Body language is difficult, right? But once you memorize it, it's part of your body. You don't have to remember it. It's already set in your brain. You can recite it at a much faster speed than you recite anything else in your life. Once you have that level of confidence, you can experiment. You can go out on the stage and try something new because you're not worried about forgetting your speech. You can try different kinds of voice modulation. Again, this will happen when you record your speech and listen to it. You are the only person who can make the required changes in your speech. So modulate your voice. Keep it up and down and just try and interact with the audience and have fun on the stage. When you're having fun on the stage, when you are there with a big smile, when you feel that you are confident, that is the day you're going to deliver the best speech of your life. I have had those moments recently in the international speech contest. I just loved being on the stage, trying to see the smiles on the faces of the audience, trying to make a connection, a trust which can only be made when you are being true to yourself and being true to them. I'm hoping for listening to more and more stories from you, my dear fellow Toastmasters. Please share your stories. Come on the stage. Sweep us off our feet. Looking forward to your next speech. Thank you.